So this is a reading for the month of August. It's a collective reading, so if you belong to this collective, this reading is for you. Otherwise, you can look at other readings, or you can look at other tarot readers and see if you belong to other collective. Be wise, get to what it's for you and let go what it's not for you. Since I'm reading for a collective, not everything I say would be precisely your story. So just be wise to discern what is yours and what is not yours. Okay, let's start. I'm gonna start using this one. I don't know, I was inspired to use the Book of Awakening Oracle deck. Okay, I'm gonna pull 3 cards just to understand the key word for the month of August for this collective. Okay, the first one is whatever our path. Whatever our path, whatever the color or green of our days, whatever riddles we must solve to stay alive, the secret of life somehow always has to do with the awakening and freeing of what has been asleep. So it doesn't matter what is on your path, be awake. Awaken your passion, awaken your instinct, awaken your love, your kindness. Just try to create a path that is alive, right? Kind of. The other one is our next step. Maybe this reading is gonna be about your next step. Maybe you are in a moment of indecision. Maybe you don't know where to go. I'm not gonna read this. Maybe I'm gonna read this later. And the last one, to understand a little bit the vibe of this month, is Spot of Grace. So I think it's to find more grace in the way you live, in the way you interact with other people, in the way you practice, for example, yoga. I'm a yoga teacher, or you practice everything in your life, in your communication with others, to find grace, living a grace life. And I want to read this one. Each person is born with an unencumbered spot, free of expectation and regret, free of ambition and embarrassment, free of fear and worry. An umbilical spot of grace where we were each first touched by God. It is this spot of grace that issues peace. I feel so much part of this collective because lately I'm trying to live a graceful life. A life where I'm more present, where I don't try to chase things or fix things like I'm a handyman, right? The handyman of life. I'm not that, and certain things are unfixable, or it's not my job to fix them. And also why I want to exhaust myself to control everything, especially the things that it cannot be controlled. It's not my work to control. And so I think living a graceful life, it's realizing, it's living in the present, really truly living more in the present without expectations, without any attachment to an outcome. And that's a grace life. And also be kind, be generous, kind, open-minded, compassionate. I'm trying really to practice this, and it's hard because human instinct, we are selfish by, from our foundation is selfish because we want to protect ourselves, and our mind is done to fix, to control. It's our mind is done in there, so it's very hard. It's a work, it's a practice that you have to constantly be aware of. But believe me, it's helping me to live with much more grace, and also the practice is also becoming aware when I'm going into that place of, wanting to control, wanting to fix, and not accepting life the way it is. Okay, done. Let's do the certain cross for this month. each one I'm gonna do 3 times. And month of August for my beautiful collective. My beautiful collective. Okay, more. And this, and Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. This breeze of change. There is a movie, I think it's a French movie. It's with Johnny Depp, so I don't think it's French, but there is like, its name is Chocolat. And there is, in all this movie, there is this wind called, I think, the wind of change. And I think for this collective, there is a wind of change. Things are gonna change in really transformative way, I think. Really transformative way with judgment, not anymore the same pattern of the past. You're gonna release that. It's a new life, okay? Let's start. Present moment, the star, obstacle, the word, and what is conscious, what is seen, 3 of Wands, what is unconscious, 10 of Swords. In the past, we have the Mother of Wands. In the future, we have the 2 of Pentacles. And then I'm gonna modify it a little bit. The external energy, the advice, and the Moon. External energy, the Lovers. Sorry. Yes, the external energy, the Lovers. Sorry, I modified it like last minute because I felt called to do that. Then advice, the 8 of Wands, and the outcome is the Moon. What a beautiful outcome. To be honest, it's a beautiful outcome because, as I told you, this search for certainty, this search for certainty is unhealthy, and the Moon doesn't like certainty. The Moon is like, okay, the Moon energy is good with what is uncertain. It's good to navigate uncertainty. Beautiful, love it. Okay, so the present moment, it's the star, and the star is a collective that is hoping. So you are hoping something. There is a hope. There is something that you really desire right now. Maybe you made a wish. 8 of Coins, something that you are also working on. So it's not that you just hope, you are actively working on something. Actively working on something. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's changing your life, maybe it's working on a relationship, but you hope that if you work on this thing, for each one of you is gonna be different, things are gonna get better. You're gonna heal the relationship, the job, the family situation, whatever, yourself. And so, you know, good. But we have the obstacle, which is the world, and I think as an obstacle, the word can be that. I think that it's been a while that you are working on this thing. And so it seems endless. It seems an endless work. It seems that the word is the end of a chapter, the culmination of something. And if I see in the obstacle position, I can tell that you don't see the end of this. It's been a while and probably you are a little bit exhausted. Let's clarify the word card. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is an energy, emotional movement, and I think emotionally, see, I always, when I use this deck, this 8 of Cups is not, is a little bit, I think he's cold, right? I don't think he's comfortable fully in his element. And so I think it's, you are a little bit getting a little bit emotionally uncomfortable because you don't see the end. You see that this work is endless and you feel that it will never end. Like, you know, I will never, and again, this spot of grace, like living in the present moment, you know, keep doing your work if you think that what you're working on is absolutely the right thing to do, you know, and just stay there, just work on that. Live your life though. You don't stop your life just because you desire something, an outcome. You know, you keep working, but also you keep living your life. If, for example, is a relationship, right? You want to enter in this relationship. It's an example. Or you want this job, right? And you're working hard to get this job. You work hard to be in a relationship. If you think it's worth your time, keep doing that, but don't stop your life. You know, if it's a relationship, keep dating other people. Or maybe you find someone else, or maybe this person will wake up. Or if it's a job, keep sending the resume to other jobs, and if you get that job that you're working for, yes. Otherwise, you'll be okay with another job. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Don't stop your life, because I think you're getting a little bit emotionally exhausted by this, by working on this thing. So in order to stay positive, try to not focus only on that thing obsessively, right? Mother of Wands in the past, it's an energy of passion and confidence. So whatever you are working on comes from a place of confidence, that you are sure that this thing is gonna go in the way you want, right? And there is a sense of confidence in your life. And the Four of Wands, yeah, you are sure that there is gonna be this kind of celebration, this kind of positive moment. And that's where you come from a place, okay, I am sure that this is my destiny. Sometimes, though, I want to read our next step. I don't know if we need for this. The doorway to our next step of growth is always behind the urgency of now. When feeling like I can't sit still, I need more than ever to sit still. When feeling like I will die if I don't have your approval, I need more than ever to die to my need for your approval. What we need is always actually and beautifully right before us, disguised in the wrapping of our nearest urgency. We just refuse to accept this because it feels so difficult to face. This is amazing. That this is what I was telling you. Little by little, and release the urgency to have this thing that you're working on, because you have so much confidence in it, and I think it can work, can be okay, but cannot, right? Because you never know. Okay, so what is conscious is the Three of Wands. Again, there is a you going toward that direction. You moving exactly where you want to go, waiting for that things also to, because you decided where you want to go, and now you're also waiting for these things to come from you, right? To you. And you're really looking for that. You'd say, I don't want anyone, I know what I want, I don't want anyone else, I want this thing. No? Queen of Swords. Yeah, right. You're cutting through. You know, I'm gonna go there. You're very stubborn, you know, and you don't care. You don't care about anything else. And I think this is a little bit risky. Look into yourself about that. Look, this is something that you are doing, okay? And because also the Ten of Swords. Again, I told you. You are at this end of the chapter, you're almost done, and you are exhausted. You are truly exhausted. You know, you are truly exhausted and also hurt. For some reason, you're not in a good place internally. Outside, you feel so much confident, you want that, you're waiting for that, but energetically, your mind, you're draining yourself, you are also creating an inner drama that shouldn't be there. Why it's there, right? The Three of Cups. Perfectly. The Three of Cups is you not allowing yourself to enjoy life. Not allowing yourself to you know, stuck in this Ten of Swords energy where you are very dramatic in you, and you're forgetting that life is keep moving with or without you, and you're stopping to enjoy life, you're stopping to enjoy emotions, you know. If it's about a relationship that you are like obsessed, you working, you are, there is other people outside for you. Three of Cups, there are other people outside for you. And also if there is a job, there are other jobs, right? So start, don't get so obsessed, so stubborn that you stop seeing other possibilities and other opportunities, okay? The Two of Pentacles for the near outcome. So unfortunately, in the near outcome, you will still keep juggling life. It's not gonna be easy for you because you think you can fix everything, you think you'll be able to do everything, you think that you can do this and that, and it's gonna be a little bit exhausting again. This like Ten of Swords, we're gonna still be there for you, I think. Let's see if I clarify. Eight of Cups. Yeah, it's not a pleasant situation. You need to leave this juggling, you know, because in order to keep yourself in this situation you're working on for a long time, you're juggling other stuff. You're juggling the stuff because I say, okay, I want to still work, I'm doing that, but I want to still work on this. And this thing, I think, is taking a lot of your time, your energy, your heart, and it's time to release, okay? It's time to let go anything that is not serving your emotional stability. Let go and stop juggling things that you shouldn't be juggling. Oh, it's true, people should be able to do more things at the same time, but I'm saying, you know, you are short toward things that require more time and more attention because you are focused on this other thing, which is, I don't know. Write in the comment what is for you that thing that is taking your time for a long time. You're working on it and it's endless, and you don't want to lose hope, but also you are a little bit losing hope, but just you don't want to admit. Okay, the external energy is the Lovers. And so the Lover sees an energy of choice in this case, I would say. Four of Cups, and you don't want to choose. You're so stubborn. What's happening to you? Four of Cups. So the external energy is an energy of choice, and you don't want to choose. But since it's the external energy, it also means the Four of Cups can be someone else, right? That is a little bit detached, you know, is not appreciating your effort. So this external energy is not appreciating your energy, and you cannot let it go. You cannot let it go. You have to make a choice, but you cannot let it go. It's really hard for you to realize that you have to withdraw your energy and your attention and your time from this thing. I'm so curious now. Okay, the advice is the Eight of Wands. Something will happen quickly. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, which is the Knight of Pentacles reversed is, Knight of Pentacles is a slow energy, but reversed can be a reckless energy. Can be an energy that is, yes, stagnant, right? But also that does things too fast. It does things too fast because probably I think because you are looking for something stable, right? You're looking for something stable, and the advice is you won't have this stable thing. Words. you won't have this stable thing in the situation you're working on, probably, right? So you have to quickly decide something else. Let me clarify one more thing. Two more I got. Two of Cups and Queen of Coins. Stability. Queen of Pentacles is search for stability. She likes stability. She likes places that are nurturing. She likes connection with the earth. And the Two of Cups is about a connection. So for some of you, this is about a connection. You're working on a connection, right? That is not creating stability in your life, but you do want stability. You really want stability. Instead, this connection is like Eight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles reverse. Not stable, on and off, cold. Similar very much, these two cards, they make it together. I think the page of, no, the Knight of Wands. Very similar energy, on and off. Very exciting. That's why I think you're still attached, but on and off. So ground yourself with the Queen of Coins energy, Queen of Pentacles energy, and I can see that you have a connection with these things you're working on. The Lovers, with the Two of Cups, there is a connection. I'm not saying, I'm not denying that there isn't a connection, because I can see the energy of this connection, right? Which is, can be love, but can be any kind of work, stuff like that. There is a chemistry there. But you need to stop to want to change reality, change life, and pretend that it's something that is not. Right now. Maybe this person needs to step up and do their work. It's gonna be slow if they step up and do their work, because they are Knight of Pentacles. So you need patience, you need more time. Do you want to spend more time, or you just retreat? You can just live your life, have fun, still stay connected with these things you're working, not completely letting go of it if you're not ready, because I don't see you're gonna do that. You don't want that, and I think maybe because you believe that there is something there, right? You do believe there is something there, so you're not wrong about that, maybe, or maybe you are, maybe not. But live your life, the moon, uncertainty, live your life, because these things is not certain right now. There is something that needs to happen. We had the Wheel of Fortune, right? There is something, and the Wheel of Fortune is something that you cannot decide. Wheel of Fortune is something that is outside of your control. So no matter how much energy you put in the situation won't change because you're putting energy. Right now, the situation will change when it's time to change. It will require time, and it's uncertain. Even the universe right now, it says, it's up to you, but not of the work you do. It's up to you. If you can detach from this, living your life, doing your stuff, making good choice for yourself, maybe things will change. And you will allow to enter in something that you worked on to be, but you don't have to work anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope you do. Let's clarify the moon if there is something else. I got two cards. There is the Ten of Swords, right? Another one. And there is the Seven of Swords. So in the moon energy, sometimes we see things in a way, and maybe they are in another way. So I think in this moon energy, where you will find yourself, if you don't follow the advice to, focusing on yourself, you will find yourself in this moon energy, imagining things. And these things can also be dreams, right? And seeing like Ten of Swords, Seven of lies and betrayal and pain everywhere. And instead it's not there. That's what you're causing, because that's what you are, because of your attachment to this thing you're working on. This hope. Sometimes hope is not always a good thing. Sometimes hope can keep you stuck in a situation that is not meant for you. Right now, I'm saying, for some of you, probably for a lot of you, there is a real chemistry, a real connection that you can believe in that. But it doesn't mean that right now you have to be in this situation with this person, in this job, in this thing, right? Right now, maybe it's not the time right now, because we have the wheel of fortune. There will be a moment where you will understand with certainty if you are meant to be in this situation, but only when you detach. Because if you stay attached, you will start suffering even more. You will start feel betrayed, and the only person who's betraying you is yourself. Just to remind yourself that. 25 minutes. Well, it was intense. I'm curious to know more. What's happening in your life? Okay, I'm gonna pull one just for a final advice. Just for a final advice. For a final advice, what do we need to know that we didn't? Oh, can you tell us more? The river. I know this card, and this is perfect. Let life flow as a river. You don't need to control everything. This is perfect. From the beginning, I felt this energy, especially when I saw the spot of grace, but also our next step. And also, actually, whatever our path, whatever is on our path, let's make it alive. Alive, not stuck in something that right now is not alive. I love this card for this reading, and I want to read it for you if I find the book. Okay, amazing. This is the whole reading here in this oracle card, the river. Okay, listen carefully. The river, the stream, the flow, the current. There is a reason so many rituals of change, Wheel of Fortune, and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form. Without asking anything in return, the river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. You are not in control of this situation. Stop working on something you cannot fix, you cannot control, you cannot control. The river carries us farther down the stream of transformation that we planned to go. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before. Transformation, change. With a little more lightness, grace. Spot of grace. Life is so much more graceful when you let go and live with the flow of life. You surrender and fluidity. Keep in mind that you that stands within the river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. Ah, this is so beautiful. This is so needed also for me, for the work I'm doing on myself. I love it. I'm so grateful for this reading. I really needed it, and I hope you too. If you liked, if you enjoyed, if you saw yourself or some of yourself here, some of your story here, or all of your story here, like, subscribe, comment. This is a super easy way to support me. And if you want to go deeper in this reading, you can book a private tarot reading, and you can find the link in the description on this YouTube channel. Okay, wow. Need a walk now, need to do something. It was like intense. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.